gonna get in line and do right.
All right. Peace and blessings. Assalamu alaikum. Shalom. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And as the world would say, Happy New Year. But as I always say, it's not even time for a new year. This is the same old whatever year when they screwed it up and changed it to the Gregorian calendar, which has never been our calendar. Never. You know, so it's so screwed up, we don't even know what correct year it is that we're in. But it's guaranteed to say that now is not the start of the new year. Now you're still in whatever year that it was in. The new year don't come in till the springtime when you see the stuff start to growing and life coming back.
Yes, there you go. Yep.
You're still in the dead right now.
Yep. Dead stuff falling off right now. And they say Happy New Year. Do we know the difference? I mean, I wish we would really sit down and black folk would really be honest about some stuff, seriously, and stop going along with these white folk stuff. Let them, you know what I'm saying? And that's the problem with us. We don't change nothing. We just continue to stay in the same. You see stuff wrong, you still don't do nothing. You still just keep on hoping and praying that it's gonna change itself, and it's not. Not until you change it and face fact and face some truth and start dealing with some truth and start calling them out on some stuff and actually change some things, like putting your children into a different atmosphere, putting your children into a black atmosphere, putting them into a black school. I met a doula the other day. I've been trying to find doulas and midwives for my foundation. Finally found one. She's black. And I'm like, oh my God, I've been looking for me a black doula, black midwife for 2 years. Finally found one. So her and I gonna get together. But I'm just saying this, we have to do some different things. And I'm gonna take her and she's gonna train some of my girls, because this is a field that we were in before. We dominated that field of doulas and midwives, right? We've gotten away from it. Why? Let's get back to some of this old stuff that we used to do so that we can have our own businesses. You'll never run out. You'll never not eat if you are in something now that we need and we used to do, like construction. We need black folks to make up construction companies so that we can start building. That's what the white folk doing. But it's time for us to get back into some of those old fields that we call old fields and do something different. Seriously, because it's time. This is our year.
Definitely.
Got to break away from them.
I agree 1,000%. I want to welcome Mayat to the program. Peace and blessings, Queen. We're glad that you're here with us. And our topic is 2025. Will it be a year of trouble or a year of peace?
Woo, boy. Woo, if your eyes is open, you already know. But I'm gonna go ahead. You go ahead, bro. Open us up.
Woo, boy.
Exactly.
It is definitely.
There's so much stuff going on right now. I swear, I ain't never seen nothing like this in my life. It's scary. If y'all eyes ain't open, y'all better wake the hell up right now, because y'all missing it. It's. Ooh, I'm telling you. I was looking at this young girl who was at that what was that, the crash with the man with the truck. And I'm gonna tell you something. I don't believe nothing that they said about that brother. I'm telling, that's not what we do. I believe he knew something. I don't believe what America's saying about that brother. I don't care. That's not the mentality. Something else more to it than what they're saying. And I'm gonna send you something that I saw on TikTok. This black guy who was in the service, and he was talking about, the guy probably knew something. He was trying to go stop it. He said, because if you wanted to get the most casualties, why would you go there? Because the guy was from Texas, and they said Texas is the biggest area for a casualty, right? Why would you go and drive to Louisiana? Why would you go there instead of staying in Texas if you wanted the biggest crowd? Because they said in Texas, New Year's is the biggest crowd. So it was just a whole lot. But I'm gonna send it to you. You tell me what you think about it when he said it. And I'm like, it's got to be. I just don't believe what America say about this dude, this brother. It's more to it, and I don't know how we gonna get to the bottom of it. But I don't believe what they were saying about him. I believe it's something totally different than what they were saying. Because the media say whatever about us.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And if you know them, they gonna put him into the, even if he found out something, and I believe he found out something, he was trying to maybe stop it or something. I don't know, but I don't believe what they're saying at all. And people are not, they believe in what America's telling them, and we have to get to the place, black folk, stop believing what your enemies tell you about your own. Stop believing what your enemies say, period. Because they always lying about everything they say. 9/11, they didn't tell you they did it, did they? They told, they still sticking to that lie, talking about them folk over there did it. That's not who did it. Bush, okay? We did that to ourselves, 9/11. They're never going to admit it. It may be 100 years, but I don't believe anything that they're saying about this brother. I don't care what you say. I'm just not believing it.
No, it's very interesting.
It's a very interesting.
You know, they first said they said that he in first intended to kill everybody in his family. And then he said that wouldn't make an impact, so he decided to go and do what he did in New Orleans. Yeah, that
don't make no sense. And then you had another white guy. Now they shot the black guy, right? They didn't shoot the white guy. Why?
Right.
Why? Why?
They said the white guy. They said he shot himself in the head before he made the truck blow up. How do you shoot yourself in the head before you make the truck blow up?
Make it make sense.
Exactly.
See, they liars. I don't believe. I don't care. I don't. We ought to be smarter than this. They lie about everything. I'm not. I don't care what you say. That's not the story. We'll never find out. But that's not it. Just like the black guy. Remember, what's the black guy? He was a police officer, and he ended up. They said he went rogue. He was the black guy, and then he ended up dying. You know. But they were saying that dude went through so much on that police force, and he ended up going rogue for whatever reason, and they ended up killing him. I don't believe it's so much more to even with that story, but we'll never find out. We'll never know. Exactly. You're not gonna tell me he just all of a sudden just flipped. What did y'all do to that brother? You understand what I'm saying? It's a whole lot more to their stories. These crackers lie all the time, and they just think I'm white and I say so you're gonna believe it. Hell no. I'm not believing nothing you say because I know what I'm dealing with. I know what demon I'm dealing with.
Exactly.
And Satan ain't never told the truth about nothing.
Nothing. And there's no way that when he was on the quote unquote run, you would go into a cabin and not have no way out if you and I'm like, that just doesn't make sense to me. No. It doesn't add up. It doesn't make sense at all.
I ain't believing them. I don't care what they say, I ain't believing
them. Exactly.
That was lie all the time. They lie too much. They lie about everything. Nope. Come on with something different.
Exactly. I want to welcome Brother Willie Rivers to the program. Peace and blessings, Brother Willie. We're glad to see you here, big bro. And Maya said, y'all notice how when they show the victims, they always put the white boy picture first.
I don't believe. I don't follow. I just don't believe nothing they say. I don't care what they say. It's a lie behind it. Satan gonna always tell a little truth, but he's gonna tell mostly lies.
Exactly.
And those are his children. So you already know that they lying about something. They ain't gonna never give you the truth about that brother. Just like they said way back. Remember the one who he was working for? Who he was a black scientist, and he came up missing. And then they said, oh, he killed himself. He went home sick. They went to his house. He left his phone. Everything was there, and they found him in a river dead, shot or something happened to him. But they said he committed suicide. I'm like, that was before COVID came out. I guarantee you
that was the black woman judge.
No, it was a doctor. It was a black doctor, and he was a black guy, and he came up missing. They say he left the laboratory. He was a scientist or something. He left the laboratory, and he went home because he was sick. Then they went to his house looking for him. Couldn't find him. Found him maybe a month later in a river or something, dead. And they said, oh, he committed suicide. I'm like, And then COVID came out maybe about 6 months later after his death. And I'm like, I'm saying, oh, you better believe he knew something, and y'all didn't want him to tell it. You think he was going to, but I believe they killed him. And the family said he was planning, nothing but good stuff. He had no gripes, no complaints. And they said he was, The family said it's not adding up. Even the family came by and said, something's wrong. No. They said, no, that's not like him. So, I'm like, I just don't believe them. They come with stuff like this. I don't buy it. There's something always with them.
Oh, God, give me 10, 15 minutes. I'll be right back.
Okay. So we're going to start with our opening video this morning or this afternoon. Let me share screen.
But let's get your take on it. What you think about? What you think? What you think 2025 holding, Maurice?
I think 2025 is going to be a year of extreme violence.
Extreme.
We better have our candy bars. We better have the peanuts that go in them because you will be using them.
I guarantee
will be using them.
You better not go nowhere without it. Let it be your best friend, family. If you don't have one, go get one immediately.
Exactly.
Immediately. Do not leave home without some type of weapon. I'm telling you, it's going to be more of an uptake on our children being missing. You're going to come up missing. I'm telling you, Black folk, please be careful wherever you go. Stop going out at night and take somebody with you. If you don't take somebody, take something with you to protect you.
Exactly. Now, this first video that we're going to look at and comment on is a reminder of the demons that we are dealing with.
You want me to say something?
Yes, baby. That's it.
You people. You're not a race. You are a virus. You destroy the world. Everything beautiful you poison. You drag us from our homes. You rape our daughters, murder our sons. You crack our spines and do all you can to break our will. You stab us. Then you put the knife in our hand and tell us it's our fault. And if you don't do it yourself, you stand by, close your eyes, and pretend there's nothing wrong. And then you pray to your God to silence our screams so that you can enjoy the happiness that we built for you with our blood. But it's not your fault. It's the only way you know how to be. And the only thing that will change anything is if another virus comes along and does to you what you do to us. And I hope that happens.
I hope that happens.
Very soon.
Very soon.
All right.
Oh, I love that right there. I hope that virus comes really soon.
Now, it's only one problem I have with that little cut. There's one problem that I have with it. When he says, it's not your fault.
Oh, it's your fault.
It is your fault. It is your fault. I'm not going to let you loose. I'm not going to let go. It is your fault. We are going to keep you on that line. It is your fault. We're not going to humanize you and say, oh, you're just ignorant. You don't understand. No, fuck that. You know exactly what you're doing. You know exactly what you're doing. You know exactly how you're handling things. It is their fault. It is their fault. They do know and they do it on purpose. And they love to do it. They don't do it by accident and say, oh, it's a mistake. No. It drives them. It gives them the thrive to be able to do what they do. So we got to know that and don't make that mistake and try to humanize them because they're not human. A virus is not human. We have to make sure that we understand that. What's your thoughts on that, Sister Cassie?
My thoughts is totally what you just said. We don't give them an out. We don't make excuses for them. We hold them accountable. And we know what we're dealing with. Don't ever forget. And that's what God told us. He said, don't ever forget. nor let your children forget. And that is what we've done. And that's why we're at the bottom. Because if we were supposed to be together with them, we would be on the top. We'd be thriving. We allowed one individual, one man to lead us back into the wilderness. That wasn't Moses for us. That was the demon and the devil. And y'all know who I'm talking about. And if we hadn't listened to him, we would be at the top. We would be so much farther than where we are. We'd still have our own businesses. We'd still have our own towns. We'd still have our own hospitals. We still have our own homes. We still have everything. Our own schools, hospitals, everything would have looked so much better. And we wouldn't have had to deal with them. Our children wouldn't have had to deal with them. Our children wouldn't be as wild as they are today because we know what to do. We know how to raise our kids. And you turned around and gave your children to animals whose children blow up schools, shoot up everything, kill their mama, sleep with their dogs, and you wanted to be up under them. Make it make sense. These nothings you call somethings, they're absolutely a piece of dookie under your shoe, and you wanted to go and get back under them. You had no sense not to follow this man. And I'm sure with some black folk that said, no, don't do it. But the majority followed him into that burning bush, into that burning building. And he left you there. And we're still there. And the exit, biggest shit saying exit. And we looking over here. And it's right behind you. We don't have enough sense to look for that exit. We don't have enough sense to do something different. We don't have enough sense. We're just like, those dogs, you lock them up so long and then you release the key, open the gate, and they still sit there. That's what we are. That's exactly what we are. We've been trained and taught by them not to fight back, not to speak up, not to do for ourselves. Because look at your whole black caucus. Look at all our black leaders. They don't fight for us. They don't even speak about black people. That's how much sold out they are. And we've allowed it for so long. And instead of you voting against them and getting their asses out of there, we'll sit there and continue faithful to the Democratic Party, to a party that's done nothing for you. We are so faithful to nothings, to nobodies that do nothing for you. And you had a whole woman say, I'm not going to do nothing for you. And you cried because she lost. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. You gave her millions of dollars when you could have put that into a clinic, into a wellness clinic, a birthing center. You gave her billions of dollars, black folk. You could have made you a wellness center. You complain about the hospitals. You complain about these white doctors. Then you get out of school and go work with them for money. And you dying of cancer because you didn't deal with those people for so long that you've allowed them to make you sick. Because we didn't have enough sense to get out of their schools, to build our own schools. We had our own schools. Why didn't we stick with them? We have our own HBCU, but we got more white folk there than we got black folk there.
That's right.
That's what I think about all of what I'm seeing. Even with our young men, I love that. That is my favorite. I love it. I do. I love it. It just encourages me because he knows. And I put it on every chance I get. I put it on my face. I want people to understand we're not going to forget who we're dealing with. We have forgotten. Those people are very dangerous people. And we're burying them. We're mixing them. We're telling our kids it's okay. Hell no, it's not okay. It's not. You got our baseball, basketball, NFL, rich black folk marrying these thugs, marrying these creatures, and think they got something. We got to stop. Wake up. It's time. This is your year. This is your year, but you're going to fight for it because you think them crackers going to give up easy? No, you're going to have to take some out. You're going to have to take some out along the way. And you just better put in your mindset, it's going to be me. It's me or you. And I choose me. I choose my family. I choose my safety. I choose my peace of mind. Because these people have not changed. And I'll rest with that one.
And Sister Maya says 5 is the number of chaos, disorder, and violence. And Brother Willis said it wouldn't be all of this interracial BS either.
That's right. He's right. We forgot.
Yep.
And well on our way, building.
Exactly.
But our children safe. You think because they're in their schools, they safe. Y'all done lost y'all minds. You deal with these crackers every day, and you think putting them in their school is the best thing ever. I've heard black folks say that, and I look at them like they cry. Sometimes I can't comment because you're a dummy. You work with them every day, and you know how they treat you on your job, and you gonna sit here and tell me the best thing you could have did was put your baby in their school. I said, when the last time you visit your child? When the last time you went up there and just look through the gate at your child and see what's going on in schools? When? They're being abused, they're being neglected, they're being traumatized, and you say that that's the best education that they've had? What are they learning? What are they learning? They're being bullied. We've seen what happened to the young black boy who was in a school full of Mexicans, and we're supposed to have that black and brown pride. What the hell are you talking about?
Talk about that.
The word you talking about? That's crazy. Ain't no black and brown nothing.
Exactly.
They can't stand you just like I can't stand them. I'm not gonna fake and shake. Them beasts too. Them some devils too. Come over here. You should see. I ain't gonna talk about Mexico because I'll be going. I'm just saying. I get over here. I'm just saying.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But you can't. Come on now. Come on. Come on. I'm just saying.
Exactly.
You gotta stay woke. Wake up.
Definitely. And there's another thing that he talked about. He said that we hurt us by their hands. And when I heard him say that, it made me reflect on two events. One was Emmett Till event. We all know that he was killed by white folks, but there were black hands dealing in that as well. And I've been watching a few videos, and the children of the black people that had their father's hands in it began to speak on what they did. And as I listened to these children speak, there's no way in the world I could give their father a pass. I could not do that, because there is accountability. And this thing with, but they're gonna kill us. Well, you kill them first. You kill them first. Because they give you something, nigga, you do this or I'm gonna kill you. And they say these are the only two options. Bullshit. There's always a third option. Always. But see, we got to get beyond the point of just saying, okay, I'll go along because they forced me. No, nigga. It don't work that way. You got to pay a price. I don't have no sympathy. I don't have no pity for them nowhere in my heart.
Nope.
None. And if I would have known it when we went to the place where Emmett Till was killed, and if y'all remember, we went there and I went out there and knocked on the cracker's door.
Only my reason.
Because I'm telling you, they'd have opened that door, I'd have whooped their ass. I'd have been all up in that house whooping their ass. Because justice has to be settled. And you got to know what justice looks like. So if I'd have known about them when we were there, and we'd have got our way to their house, I'd have knocked on that door too. Because you got to pay for what was done. Now, Malcolm X talked about Fannie Lou Hamer when she talked about the beating that she received in the jail.
Yes.
That the police made two black men beat her and another woman until they were tired.
Ain't that something? Two black men did that.
Two black men.
We need to talk more about that. How you being forced by your enemy, which is our black leaders, being forced to mistreat us. Also, want to talk about the dude that died about the detention center guys, right? The little thugs in the jail. Now I'm gonna tell you what. Now these jail, if they take their asses back to work at that jail, black folk better handle their business up in there. Pookie and Ray, you bad, right? You better handle your business with them. If they come back up in there, you make sure they don't come out. Period. It's time for us to do something instead of they beat that boy to death. I couldn't even watch it. I refused to watch it. But my thing is, Pookie, Ray, you better handle your business.
Mm-hmm.
If they come back up in there, don't let them walk out.
Exactly.
I'm not condoning violence. I condone justice, period.
Mm-hmm.
And it's time for us, time out for us. We see stuff like that. Even if you're in jail, you're already in jail. What the hell? You already got life. What the hell? What you doing?
Mm-hmm.
You already got life. You're never getting out.
Exactly.
So why are you not handling business?
Exactly.
You had those 12 inmates who was burning themselves, who set themselves on fire. What the hell we doing here? You got a whole jail full of black folk, and y'all don't have no sense to do what y'all need to do up in there. You're doing it with each other. Make it make sense. I'm very emotional about this jail thing because I worked in the jail and I saw what black folk did to each other, but not to white folk. It's time for you to handle your business. You'll beat up each other, shank each other, but then you got officers that's sitting up here abusing you, and you mean to tell me y'all can't get together and handle some business up in there? And you threaten each other, say something if you want to. You keep everything else silent and secret.
Say that.
They don't have to know nothing about nothing, and bet nobody bet not say nothing, because you got to step in here with me tonight. Let's handle some business. Y'all up in jail being pussies. Sorry, but that's what you're being. What's the problem?
Exactly.
You'll fight each other, shank each other, stab each other, dummies. But then you letting guards beat the hell out your brother and you're not doing nothing. Make that make sense. I'm pissed off. New York, y'all not marching enough. Y'all need to be burning some shit down. That was your brother. I don't give a damn what he was in there for. That was your brother. Justice. Period. Y'all sitting up there looking crazy. What you looking crazy for? Handle your business.
Exactly. You know, Mayat says that. Did y'all see?
I'm sorry.
Did y'all see they were beating his genitals?
Yes.
I didn't see that.
They kicked him and everything. Ooh, they were tearing them things up. I was like, what the hell? He was unconscious, literally. And somebody said he was sodomized. I don't know. I didn't see that part, but somebody said he was. But they was beating him right in his private parts. They didn't kicked him. They didn't squished him. They didn't stepped on him. The one dude had his foot up on the leg up on the bed and was just foot all up in his in his private parts. Yeah, they were tearing. Looked like they was jealous of a black man's genitals. That's what it looked like to me. They were fighting because the stereotype of black. So that's what it looked like they was doing. They was. And I'm like, look at them. They not concentrating on no other area, but it's his private area. They was really going in on this man's. And I'm like, wow, what's that about? Instead of them beating the face and beating the chest, that's the only part I saw them concentrate on with his genitals. Period. I'm like, that's crazy. It was almost like they was jealous. And somebody said, well, what did he do? I don't give a damn what he did. Right. I don't care what he did.
It's like they have a fetish with the black man's genitals.
Yes, that's what it was. Yes. That's what it seemed like, because that's all they was concentrating on. I mean, the white dude had his foot up on the bed, because the dude was on the bed. He had his leg up on the bed, stomping him, just kicking him and just going to town. That's all they was concentrating on. That's all. That's the only place they was really beating him at. It's his area.
Right.
And I'm like, wow, they really do have a fetish with black men. They had so much rage and anger against his brother for whatever reason. It don't even matter. Just because he's black and I woke up and you think, and they forgot, they had so much that they forgot the cameras was on. But your girl, Lakeisha, what's her name? Latrice, whoever the DA is, or the general, what is it? The black lady. Lakeisha, she's a punk herself. She said she passed the case off to somebody else. She wouldn't even handle her business with that. She a punk. She is a punk. She is the biggest punk I ever. But you went after Trump, but you won't go after them dudes for what they did to your brother. You ain't hitting on nothing. My prayer is that these black leaders that's been cowards, that something very bad happened to all of them. I want God to, just like Elijah Cummings, John Lewis, all of them. They, Sheila Lee, all them black leaders is not doing what they supposed to do. They need to pay the price, plain and simple. Because you are in office. He allowed you to be in office. if that's what you're gonna do, then you need to sit down because you're not doing nothing no good for anybody. You're a clone, you're a puppet for white supremacy.
Exactly.
Not doing nothing for your own, not taking up, not doing anything for Black people. Why are you there? So if something happened to your brother, you're gonna pass off the case just like they did in with Fannie Mae. Remember Fannie Mae, the one that went after Trump also, who was caught in a relationship with that man, and who the police is behind. The police union is backing her, and she dropped the case that Paul Howard had, and she said, "I'm coming back the case," and then they dropped the charges. All of them, they got to pay. You got to pay because Paul Howard brought the police officers up on charges. His attorney backed her, so she won. So of course, with his attorney backing her, she got to drop the case because it was just a bribe. That's all it was. It was a bribe. So we don't come up on charges for taking bribes. I'm just saying, we got a whole lot of stuff we need to get it. Black folk need to get it together.
Exactly.
They have sold their soul out.
Exactly. And we need to get it together quickly.
Yes.
Quickly.
We're gonna get it together this year if you like it or not. I guarantee you it. This year gonna point out the punks.
Oh yeah.
From the weakness, from the wheat and the tear. He getting ready to separate y'all. And I'm telling you, a lot of Black folk gonna die. A lot of Black folk.
Exactly.
This is gonna be a year of sorrow, mourning.
Yep. Maya says Black male celebrities and politicians have been silent as fuck. This is a shame and an embarrassment to our people.
Yep, but they know it. They do it. They've done it.
It really is.
They won't do nothing for their own. Don't even mention it. That Black caucus so quiet. They just
exactly.
Word. Ain't nothing happening up here. Whoa, ain't nothing happening. Okay, you gonna pay for that. You gonna pay. My prayer is they need to pay for doing nothing. You in office, you ain't doing nothing. You need to pay for that.
Exactly. You have a responsibility.
That's your responsibility.
You have a responsibility.
If you didn't want to take care of Black folk, if you was a punk, then you should have stayed over there and just stay out of the way. Let folk have them seats that's gonna do something. They won't let people like myself and Maurice up in there. Because they already know. And I don't give a damn who. I'm doing just what you do with your people.
Exactly.
And they accuse me of I'm doing just what you do with your people. Now, what you doing with your people?
Exactly.
Okay. I'm here to do the same thing.
The thing, one other thing, as Maya said, meanwhile, we're still having a goddamn Super Bowl. And that reminds me of a college. It was some white college. And the football team made up of Black players refused to play until the chancellor is fired. Don't you know when them Black football players said we ain't going on that field, that chancellor got fired the very next day?
See there, this is the power that we possess. We don't even understand it. And Maya talked about a hate crime bill for what? They're going to give it to you, but they're going to use it for you, just like the civil rights bill. They don't use it for us; they use it for everybody else. So what do we need a hate crime bill for? They're not going to use it for you. They're not going to do anything. Now they're going to give you something that they're not going to use for you. They'll give it to you, but they're not going to use it.
See, the thing is that we're taking tokens as if that's justice, as if that's real. The fuck, we don't want that.
Because the teacher was talking about arrest. She wasn't talking about arrest them. She said fire them. No, we want them brought up on charges. I don't want them fired. I want charges. I want them to go to jail in the same prison that they did the shenanigans in. And no protective, nothing. Put them in regular population, general pop, and fight for yourself. Fend for yourself.
Exactly.
The same thing, y'all. Get your little 14 guards. You get your little gangs together and go for it.
Exactly.
Don't put them in another jail. You put them right where they was working. Because you want to misconduct, there you go. Put them in general pop right there.
Yep, exactly.
You don't get no protection. You don't get no security. You're not gonna get in a hole. Nope. Do some dirt. Do that same dirt.
Exactly. So Maya says, she says, I know, but just saying how they overlook us. And it was something else. I was a point that I was about to make. Well, shit, I done lost it now, but
it'll come back.
It'll come back. Isaiah, did you want to chime in before we go to our next video?
You're on mute.
Take yourself off of mute.
I was saying thank God for my wife because she told me if I don't get my ass in that damn bathroom and take a bath because I got a fever with some cold ass water. Well, not cold, but then it's gonna go down tonight. But anyway, what's for dinner? I'll throw it back at you.
Well, you
All
need to take
right,
care of
thank you.
yourself over there.
Ah,
Exactly. You ain't no young whippersnapper, young man.
You
no,
gotta just go
no,
ahead and
no.
get
I wish, but
go ahead.
Definitely. So Isaiah, let me ask you, when you heard of the quote unquote terrorist attack in New Orleans, what were your thoughts over there?
I don't think so. There wasn't. We don't have that happening. You know what I mean? On a large scale or small scale, there ain't no school shooting. There's no, you know what I mean? A madman running around killing everybody. But I will say this: there are delinquents. I mean, and they get a little bit. They start smelling themselves, and they get a little bit out of pocket. And what happens is that the judge hears about it, come to the conclusion that they're going to die. The death warrant is signed, sealed, and delivered to the police, and they go out and kill them. Now, you don't got to believe me. You can see this on YouTube. I'm telling you, man. If you're trying to rob and kill, them days are over, baby. I hear it. It ain't happening. But I have never. I've been here 100 years. I have never seen anybody taking a car and ramming it into somebody and then get out and start shooting. It just don't happen here. And a lot of people are like, what the fuck is going on with you niggas? This is what the black guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What the hell going on with you niggas in America? It just don't happen here. Not like that person is mentally deranged. You know what I mean? But it just I don't think nothing of it. It's sad, but you know, Dominicans just don't understand that for our lives. No school shooting. You got kids fighting, kids arguing, stuff like that. But a school shooting, that we always say that's white folks shit. But it is what it is. And I'll throw it back at you.
All right. Thank you, dear brother. We want to welcome Earth Angel 1105 Remix, Peace and Blessings Queen. We're glad that you're here. We want to also welcome my brother Robert Epps. Peace and blessings, bro. We are glad that you are here. Robert Epps says that this is the year of Al Furqan, the discrimination, the 25th chapter of the Holy Quran. This may be the end of grace this year. The final call has been spoken. This is the year of Farrakhan. All right. Thank you, dear brother. I want us to go and look at two videos of where they're talking about the brother in New Orleans and come back and talk about it.
The urgent search for answers after the horrific and deadly terror attack in New Orleans. The FBI now believes the suspect, Shamsuddin Jabbar, acted alone and that he was, quote, 100% inspired by ISIS. Surveillance video showing that rented white pickup truck on Canal Street, then turning onto Bourbon Street, evading a parked police car, then speeding down 3 blocks, people scrambling to get out of the way. The truck slamming into a construction crane, the driver killed in a gun battle with police. On the back of his truck, an ISIS flag wrapped in a gray jacket. And tonight, we are seeing the faces of some of the 14 people who were killed and hearing from their families about their loss. Before the college football Sugar Bowl game postponed until today, players and fans observing a moment of silence for the victims. And tonight, the FBI also says they have surveillance video showing the suspect planting explosive devices elsewhere in the French Quarter. Fortunately, they did not go off. ABC's Whit Johnson leads us off on Bourbon Street tonight.
Tonight, as investigators dissect hundreds of hours of surveillance footage and field more than 400 tips from the public, the FBI says 42-year-old Shamsuddin Jabbar was likely a lone wolf terrorist, shutting down earlier fears of possible co-conspirators.
We do not assess at this point that anyone else involved in this attack is involved in this attack except for Shamsuddin Jabbar.
The FBI says Jabbar drove that rented F-150 truck from Houston to New Orleans on December 31st, posting multiple videos to Facebook along the way, claiming he joined ISIS before last summer and pledged allegiance to the group.
What I can tell you right now is that he was 100% inspired by ISIS.
They say in the hours before the attack, he placed a cooler with an explosive inside on the corner of Bourbon and Orleans Streets and another 2 blocks away, and had a remote detonator to set them off.
We did obtain surveillance footage showing Jabbar placing the devices where they were found.
While speeding down Bourbon Street, hitting pedestrians, the suspect also opened fire with an AR-style rifle before crashing into this construction vehicle. Next to the truck, a mangled motorized wheelchair. Jeremy Sensky was thrown from it. Tonight, the 51-year-old, who was paralyzed from a previous accident, is recovering in the hospital.
I broke my femur.
Both legs?
Both legs. My tibia, I think my right ankle's broke.
Jeremy says he never saw the truck coming, only heard loud bangs and screams before he was knocked to the ground.
How do you have optimism in this moment for the future in the new year?
I'm alive, man. I mean, I'm alive. Everything is good. I just feel bad for the people that didn't make it.
Sensky survived, but at least 14 people were killed. 37-year-old Reggie Hunter was a loving father of 2 young boys. His cousin Sherelle Jackson was texting with him just before the attack.
It was 12:07 when his message came in.
That was the last
message that I had from him at 12:07 a.m. just on New Year's morning, saying Happy New Year's and that he loved us.
And when you look at that message now,
I'm grateful that I have it.
But hours later, she says, it was her heart-wrenching task of identifying his body at the hospital on New Year's Day.
I said a prayer before I got ready to go in, like, God, give me strength to be able to do this because I'm wanting to be strong.
did you feel like in that moment, though, you were able to, in some ways, say goodbye?
Yeah. When I picked his hand up and I felt it, it was cold, and I just kissed his hand and said a prayer and said that I love you. And yeah, for me, that was my goodbye to him.
Also killed, 21-year-old Hubert Guthrow, seen here in his high school yearbook photo.
21 years old, still so much life to live and just taken too soon. And it's a tragedy.
Drew Dauphin was 26. His family says he always now will be in the sun at the lake that he loves so much. 28-year-old former Princeton football player Tiger Beck was visiting Louisiana for a long weekend of fishing with some college friends. Kathy and Louis Tenedoria remembering their 25-year-old son, Matthew.
His beautiful face, his laugh. I love you, Mom. He was just a wonderful son.
I'm still in shock, honestly, and that's.
I'm gonna stop it right there. I want us to understand that the year that we are in, first of all, these ISIS and these terrorists, they're going after white folks.
Mm-hmm.
Stop being around white folks.
Yep.
Just that's fucking simple. Don't go to no fucking fake New Year, this, or go ahead, go party over here. You better separate. You stay away from them damn places because death is coming. And you can't get there and say, well, hell, I'm black, don't kill me, I ain't did shit to you. They don't give a fuck. If you in that area, they're going to take you out. Don't be in that area. Do not be in that area. Stay away from white folks. Don't go to their big old gatherings. Don't go to stuff like that. You ain't got no business being there. You better separate yourself from them. Separate yourself from them. Because you will become a victim so clearly. Now, as they report, as you saw him driving down the road, they say that he was shooting out of his vehicle at the same time driving. Now, I don't know whether he had an ISIS flag or he didn't have an ISIS flag. I don't know. And to me, that's immaterial. What's important for me is I want you to be safe. I want you to be safe. And there's no amount of way that with America's history of what we know they did to us, but we also know they did this shit to other people. Not to the same degree that they did us, but they've been playing around in other people's countries and fucking them over and destroying them. And you don't think that at some point them people say, oh, I'm gonna say, you gonna pay for what you did to us. And then got across the border into the America. We better wake up and understand. Now look at this young survivor who was hit. Listen to her.
Alexis Scott Wyndham rang in the new year on Bourbon Street with 7 other friends from Mobile. She says they were getting ready to grab a bite to eat before calling it a night when chaos erupted in the street.
We heard something go boom, boom, boom. And people were screaming, and I looked to the left, and a truck was coming down like the street, and he was halfway on the sidewalk too. He was just running people over like it was nothing.
She says the truck the terrorist was driving hit her and knocked her to the ground. At first, Alexis thought maybe the truck ran over her foot or she broke her ankle. But as she tried to get up and run away, she saw blood pouring out. Her best friend by her side FaceTime with Alexis' mother, Trifina.
Once she called me and I looked at it, I said, that's a bullet wound. I said, look, get that other sock you got on the other foot, take it off, tie it up tight so that she won't be bleeding so heavy, so bad.
Alexis says about that time, a good Samaritan and his girlfriend offered to take Alexis and her friend to the hospital.
And that's when I saw all the dead bodies on the ground. I can do nothing but thank God and cry at the same time.
She says her friend, Brandon Whitsett, a Viger graduate, was also injured and is still in the hospital in New Orleans. She believes the truck hit him. She says 2 of her other friends were also hurt, but not seriously.
I'm just thankful. Like it could have been worse. Like when people was coming to the hospital, they were looking for their family members, and some of them weren't even there. They were dead. So they was just telling them like, sorry for your loss, and they would just bust out crying. So I couldn't do nothing but thank God that I only got shot in my foot.
I did not want to be one of them parents that calling me to bury my baby. That's what I didn't want to see. I'm just glad that she can call me and say it was her foot and not her dead. Because you see the video there, people dead, ran over, died. So I'm just glad that she is still alive. By the grace of God, He protected her.
We are now taking a live look.
You know, it's them, you know, our people, that little girl that we just saw, they are the real victims of this. They are the real victims. And, you know, you have to be smart. Just stay away from those places. It is not that important. Stay away from those places. Maya says she's brain dead for acknowledging European holidays. And you know, a lot of our people walk around like that every day. Every day they walk around like that because that's the way that they were made. That's the way that they were made. Some of our people will never even come into the understanding or the knowledge of themselves and our God. And so when they meet us, at that point in there, that's when they meet holiness. That's where they'll meet righteousness. That's where they'll meet their own when they come in contact with us. So we have to be smart in making sure that, we can give them a message and hopefully change their behavior, change their trajectory. But as Sister Cassie would say, a lot of them, their number is up. And they're going to go the way of the enemy because they love that way. And they don't want to change. We got to understand, some of our people can't even envision what we talk about. They can't even handle a world, let alone a society, let alone a community that's separate from the enemy. They can't even deal with that thought because it's so powerful, it's so weighty that their minuscule minds can't even uphold the weight of an idea like that, of a reality like that. It's threatening to them because it makes them change their whole worldview. And they need a new whole worldview because that view that you have now will get you killed, will get your babies killed. And that is the reality of it. That is the reality. And dealing with that question, Sister Cassie, if you were able to talk to the little girl that we just saw that was shot, how would you instruct her that she has to move from now on? How would you do that?
I'm gonna tell you what I tell my kids and even my granddaughter. I tell them stay away from them. Those people are dangerous. Stay away from them big crowds because they shoot up their own. They shoot up their own. They go into the parades and the supermarkets. Stay away from them. I know society says it's okay. Those are dangerous people. It's not okay. And then I was shown her several incidences where they've killed, like Peyton, okay, Dylan Roof. I'm gonna show her stuff to show her how dangerous they are. Now, after I'm teaching and I'm training, and you go and this happened, that's disobedience. And we're gonna see a lot of our children, unfortunately, that's gonna be hurt because we talk to them and they go and they do what they want to do because they're in a white society, a white school, and they're thinking white. They're not thinking black. They don't even want to be black. That's why they hang around a bunch of white folk. Mm-hmm. But this is our fault. But we're gonna get punished because he told us to be separate. Learn not. He told us to be separate from them. Mm-hmm. He didn't tell us to come together with them. He didn't tell us to give our children over to them. And this is the way I talk with my granddaughter and my kids. But if you listen, you listen. If you don't, you don't. My prayer now is to keep my kids safe. Keep them let them be in the right place at the right time. Don't let them be out of order. Don't let them be in big crowds. Don't let them be, thinking that they're so safe and they can walk around here, doing whatever. No, you have to do stuff on purpose right now. You are thinking on purpose. You are, I go out and I'm going out early in the morning. I got my gun in my hand. And I'm telling you, I'm shooting to kill. I'm not playing because I know what's out there. I know it's dangerous. I know what's out there. And I teach them that. I tell these young girls that. When they come to see me now, I talk to them. I talk to these young boys. I'm telling them these folks are dangerous. I had a student come in, white girl, those are dangerous. Those are not friends. We was under them we just been free, 150 years? Come on now. Mm-hmm. Generations, they still teaching their generations. They still teaching them. And this is what we're dealing with. We're dealing with their great-great-grandchildren now who's still doing the same stuff.
That's right.
Those officers did just what their granddaddies did. Their great-granddaddies did. They passed that slave stuff down.
Mm-hmm.
Slave catchers, police officers, detention centers, all in the same family. Those are very dangerous people. Now, your choice is your choice. I understand. But I'm telling you what, don't mess around and get caught up out there with them. Because you would just be a casualty. You wasn't even supposed to be there. Now she's gone. And she may have had a mom that didn't even teach her. Didn't even tell her. She didn't know.
Exactly.
So that's the thing about it. Black folk, your kids are suffering because of you.
That's right.
We don't care nothing about our children. You care about peas and crackers. Your children should be first. I don't care who I affect or offend out there. I was just with a really good friend of mine. We were out doing a brunch, right? I don't play with them white folks. These little kids, they run around, and I'm looking at them. Don't come over here. Your bad kids, keep them over there. They were all over the restaurant, just running around, going from table to table. I just look. I'm not smiling. I'm not cracking a smile and you talk about our kids. You can't even tell us how to parent.
Exactly.
Look how yours acting. And I'm going to listen to you. And you got black folk listening to them, raising their kids. I'm not raising. You can't tell me what to do with me. Your kids shooting up schools.
Exactly.
And you don't try to tell me how to parent. No. So I talk to my granddaughters. I tell them how dangerous. See, one little white girl come by the house. I looked at my daughter. I just look at her. Y'all do that's on you. I didn't talk to all I could. I told my granddaughter, that's not a friend. That little girl that been through some everything that you ain't even thought about going through. I told my daughter she ain't even got no business hanging around with her. What's wrong with you? And then you got it at your house. All she got to do is say, your husband did something to her, he going to jail. I wouldn't even want that thing in my house. Exactly. I don't play them games. I don't open the doors for devils.
Exactly.
You let her be right on at her house. But you listen or not, that's up to you. But you know how kids are. It's up to you.
Exactly.
But I'll rest.
Earth Angel says, when I heard, I said, we have been warned about interacting with a particular people.
Yep, but we ain't getting it yet.
No. Brother Robert says, it's either you are with us mentally and spiritually.
That's right.
Or they are lost with the enemy. And today may and will lose your life.
That's right.
And that's what it's about. That is
and they'll think it's never going to be them. They'll think it's never going to happen to me. And it does. That devil, you open that door, I swear he coming in. You cannot right now. It's so dangerous, you guys. It's so adamant that you think twice. When you're doing stuff, you got to think about the consequences. I'm telling you, 2025 is going to bring a lot of pain. A lot. You've already seen stuff happening right now. It's how many days? 5 days into
5 days
into 2025, and every day something's every day. Several things. People dying. Crazy stuff is happening. It's one little other. Is that the same little girl whose mom said she didn't even know she was there? Is that the same little girl?
I believe so.
She wasn't even supposed to be there. Didn't even know she was there. You being hard-headed. You ain't got time, kids, to be rebellious right now. You gonna die being rebellious. That devil is playing for keeps right now. I'm telling you, y'all got to be careful. 2/3. 2/3. That's a lot of black folk family. 2/3 gonna die. Y'all not believing the word? Keep on. This year, I'm telling you, it's gonna be a lot of tears. A lot of tears, y'all. We got to move intentionally. Don't be putting your life on the line. You ain't got to go out and stop. Stay at home. Let them come to you. And when they walk through that door, you blow that ass up. I'm just saying. I'm serious. We're not playing. Because that means you come through that door and I didn't invite you in, you meant me harm. I'm already telling you I'm feeling threatened right now. Just sitting in my house, I'm feeling threatened. Because I know what's out there. So please knock before and make sure you hear me say come in. Don't come in without me acknowledging that you're coming in. Because I'm just saying, I'm minding my business. I want you to mind yours outside.
Exactly.
All right.
Exactly. And we want to welcome Sister Sheila Neal to the program. Peace and blessings, Queen. We are glad that you are with us. Earth Angel says, a soft voice told me to leave them now. I've been talking, pleading, and begging my people to walk different.
I'm with you.
Definitely.
I'm with you.
Definitely.
I don't smile at them. I don't give them no. I'm just stick to yourself, family. Stick to yourself. Lead them folk alone. Let them come to you. You ain't got no business around them. You're in the bed with them. We warned you. A lot of mixed couples, y'all gonna die. Because you know what? When it's time to do something, they gonna hurt you. Because they know you safe. They know you're not gonna lift a finger to them. But I guarantee you, if it's you or them, they gonna lift a finger towards you.
Exactly. Exactly. And Mayat says that I knew months ago 2025 would be hard. Spirit revealed that to me a while ago. I'm bracing for impact and being on alert. And we got to be on alert. They're going around burning up Black women.
Yeah. Did you see that?
Yes. Setting them on fire.
That's
you have to be alert.
Got to be. You don't let them walk past you and without you doing this. You always following them. They come out. I'm looking at the corner of my eye because I'm ready. I'm serious. Y'all got to do stuff on purpose. You living in New York, call your Uber. Stop getting on that train. Stop getting on them trains. Chicago, New York. Use you a little one of them little mopeds. Rent one. Buy you a little moped. Invest in a moped. Invest in something that you don't have to always be around them. Even on these trains. We got to move. You got to move different this year.
You have to.
What group was that? 70,000 men was talking about hurting women, Black women?
Yeah.
70,000 men talking about hurting Black. You never know who it is. You better keep your candy bars with you. Don't be out in your candy bar at home.
Exactly.
Take you some mace, a machete, something to protect you.
Exactly.
You know what's going on. If you ain't got something, shame on you.
Exactly.
You want something to happen.
Exactly. And you hear these white boys, they talking about Valhalla. You don't know what the hell that means, but you hear them say something, Valhalla, you better make sure you put distance between yourself. And back in 2016, where this white boy walked up to this Black brother that went to the University of Maryland. And the brother, being out there around the white folks, not even paying attention. This white boy is up here talking, and next thing you know, he killing it. He let the devil walk straight up on him.
You don't let you watching. Why is they getting that close to you? Because you're not understanding who. It's no excuse now, y'all. This is no excuse. Stuff like this shouldn't be happening today in 2024. Y'all been around these crackers how long, and you still acting like y'all then forgot? Why? Why? God's word said there's nothing good in them. He called them serpent people. Why are we not discerning this?
Exactly.
Why are you not discerning when a devil comes stepping up to you? If you listening to yourself, you're going to know something's getting ready to go down. You got to slow down.
Exactly.
Think if you're supposed to be going somewhere. Think you got to pray on some things first. If you're thinking about going somewhere, your mind has said, no. Okay, it's no. Your spirit feels something when you going somewhere you ain't got no business going. You're going to feel that. If you conscious, I don't want to go nowhere that God don't want me to go. I don't want to be in the wrong place. And that's my prayer. Please don't let me be in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Exactly. Exactly.
Now rest of that.
And we want to welcome Golden Gold, peace and blessings. We're glad that you're here with us. And they also said discernment is needed, and it is. It is. You better have discernment. It's part of you. It's something that comes with you. It's help you. It helps to protect you. It helps to protect you. Look here. When I was sitting back watching what's going on, and the first person I sent a message to was Sister Cassie to say, look, you see all this that's going on? because there's been a shift. And if we ain't woke to what the hell is going on, we're going to get caught up and taken under. We're going to be caught up and taken under. And we ain't got the time for all that. You got to be alert on your post. You got to be aware. You got to be watching everything in our sight. Everything. You see somebody going in the bag and keep fumbling and fumbling. What the hell are you looking for? What the hell are you looking for? Dude pull out a damn gun, start shooting up people on the train. And you sitting there watching. You sit there, you see the dude pulling for a gas mask. He put the damn gas mask, and you watching him put the damn gas mask on. And you don't do a damn thing. The hell is wrong with you? You better understand that these demons are not playing. They understand their time is up. And they want to kill as many as they can take. You ain't got time to be playing and not paying attention. You stay alert, you'll live. But you sleep, you will die. This is the time that we're at. And you have to understand. You have to understand. We're going to go ahead and show this next clip.
A cop is a cop.
Well, cops are white.
And and he may be a very nice man, but I haven't got the time to figure that out. All I know is he's got a uniform and a gun. And I have to relate to him that way. That's the only way to relate to him at all. Because one of us is going, one of us may have to die.
One of us, in New York, there's a big campaign going on to humanize the policemen, and they have billboards upstate, and they have a picture of a big cop bending over this little blonde girl, and the sign say, and some people call him Pig. And I wanted to buy a billboard. I told a friend of mine, I want to buy a billboard and show this big cop and this 14-year-old kid with 30 bullets in him, and saying some people call him Peacemaker.
You ought to do one thing. One thing Lorraine Hansberry said, get this photograph. When we had that famous meeting with Bobby Kennedy, Lorraine said to Bobby, who was also dead.
Everybody's dead.
Lorraine said to Bobby, in answer to something about black manhood. Jerome Smith had been talking about black men. And Lorraine said she wasn't worried about black men because they'd done very well, all things considered. She was very proud of them. But she told Bobby, she said, I'm very upset about the state of that civilization which produced that photograph of that white cop in Birmingham standing on that black woman's neck.
Yeah.
A cop is a cop.
Well, cops are white.
And and he may be a very nice man, but I haven't got the time to figure that out. All I know is he's got a uniform and a gun. And I have to relate to him that way. That's the only way to relate to him at all. Because one of us is going, one of us may have to die.
One of us, in New York, there's a big campaign going on to humanize the policemen, and they have billboards upstate, and they have a picture of a big cop bending over this little blonde girl, and the sign say, and some people call him Pig. And I wanted to buy a billboard. I told a friend of mine, I want to buy a billboard and show this big cop and this 14-year-old kid with 30 bullets in him, and saying some people call him Peacemaker.
Now, that part of the conversation was very poignant. That part of the conversation is very important, because they're talking about how the mind of those in charge wants to humanize the police, and they show the picture of the cop and the white girl, and they say some people call him pigs. So what they were saying is, this police officer protecting the little white girl, and these niggas call him pigs. That's the message. that they're selling to get the people to see something different. And her, Giovanni say, I want to do a picture with a police standing over a dead black body with 37 bullets and say, some people call him peacemaker. Why? You have to have an alternative vision. You have to have battle, because this is what these signs are doing. This battle right in front of your face. And some of our people too damn sleep to realize that this is a war going on. Who's going to attach themselves to what message? And too many of our people try to humanize the police. As the brother said, hell, all I know, you got a badge and a gun, and I ain't got time to humanize you because one of us gonna be dead. We got to begin to think. We got to begin to listen, because this is warfare that's being played. And from when that was made, our people should have been picking up on the messages that was being sent. So you have a better way to teach your children. But damn it, you failed to teach your children because you don't listen. You want something to titillate your ears to make you feel warm and fuzzy. You better start listening, or this will be the day your children start dying. And that's an actual facts. That's actual facts. What more needs to be said that you still don't understand who these demons are? You want to go over their house and eat their food. You want to be up there dancing with them. You want to be up there in the party with them. Eating death. Dancing with death. And you think it's a game. You want to be more American than the American. And in reality, American is an invented people. It's an invention. And they make you think that America is only the USA. When America is more than the USA. Way more than the USA. But in your minds, America is the country of the United States of America. How lost we are as a people, and how dumb the enemy is. And we got to wake up to the reality of what's going on. That's why, somebody said to me, Sister Cassie, well, you say fake white supremacy. Fake white supremacy. But it's not fake. We can see it's real. I said it's fake because they're not better than you. They're not stronger than you. They're not greater than you. So it is fake. It's a facade. It's an illusion. It's an illusion. And when you eat that illusion, you lose your life. But when you know who they are and you deal with them as they are, you won't make a mistake and you'll have them submitting. You'll have them submitting. Sister Cassie, what do you think when it comes to messaging? What must we do differently, if anything, in making this message clearer and giving the people the stamina or the pride or the will to stand on it? What has to be done?
Education. Never, never, never let them forget. Keep shows like this in their faces. You got to keep the civil rights movement. You got to keep that where Huey P. Newton, the Black Panthers, you got to keep that in their faces. You got to keep the deaths. I'm sorry. We have to keep that in their faces for them to remember. And we have to educate them. We have to continuously talk about it. We can never let them forget. Look what happened here. Look what happened to your brother. Look what happened. You got to show that stuff because we forget. And he said always, he said, never forget. Teach it to your children. Teach it to your children. Never let them forget. This is what he told us. Why are we not talking about this? Every day, this should be a conversation. Every day. And then we got to show how they fought against it back in the day. They was burning shit down. That's why they gave them the Civil Rights Bill, because they was burning America down. They wasn't pleased. They wasn't voting. They wasn't marching. They was burning shit down. They was getting their message across. I'm going to just be honest. George Floyd, we was getting our message across, right? And then what happened? They gave you a fake little George bill and they stopped. You don't stop. You keep on until you pass it. You don't just say, well, we going to do this and we put it on the table. No. We're going to keep this up till you pass it. And you're going to stand on it. And then if you don't, we're going to hold you accountable. And let me tell you what we're going to do. Just like the woman in New York. She said, we getting ready to burn some stuff down. They not arrested those officers yet? Okay. Your time is up. Now it's the time for us to take it to the next level. We got to keep this in the what it was, the Alabama brawl, right? We got to keep stuff like that in their faces. We got to show that. That needs to be shown all the time, every day. You got to keep it. You got to keep it fresh. How long we been talking about giving up the Democratic Party? We showed them, right? This time. But look how long it took. Keep it in their face. You can't give up. Now you got to turn it toward the Black Caucus. Get rid of them. They no good. Then you got to turn it toward the Senate and Congress. Get rid of them. Then you got to turn it toward the judges, the mayors, the DAs. Get rid of them. This needs to be an everyday conversation. Don't stop. You don't stop burning stuff down. We're going to keep burning it up because the insurance company going to get tired of paying you. Then you're going to get up out of our neighborhoods.
Exactly.
Period.
Exactly. And I want to look at this thing, what Mayat said, because it's very critical. She said, Jesus said, we must forgive them because they know not what they do. Malcolm said, they know what they do. They are experts. And that is so true. So true. So many of our people get with this, oh, we got to forgive. We got to forgive. And as we see the disgustingness of it, when you look at the Botham James, when his brother, can I give her a hug? The fuck? You done killed your brother and you want to give this bitch a hug? Ain't no way. Sister Cassie, you're on mute. We can't hear you.
I said that wouldn't have been my son telling me, can I give you a hug? He would have known his mama. Give her away on national TV. You'd have lost your damn man. I'd have had to cuss him out on TV. But see, that my son wouldn't have did that on, he'd have known. I'm gonna sit my ass down. I'm gonna do the right thing. I'm gonna do what I need to do up here because we are part. You know the assignment.
Exactly.
So talking about the damn hug. That's a family issue right there. That's a parenting issue.
Yeah.
That's a Christian issue, and that's what the Christian church and done us, made us soft. You still hear people talking about praying for them. Yeah, I'm gonna pray for them. All right, ain't gonna be the prayer you talking about. I'm praying that they die.
Exactly.
A very horrible death. All the police officers that touch somebody's child, they need to die a horrible death. That's my prayer. He didn't tell us to pray for demons and devils. What's wrong with you? He told you to pray for your brother. You don't even pray for your brother the way you pray for them demons and devils. You'll pray for somebody who didn't even ask you for forgiveness. Didn't even ask for you to please forgive me for killing your son. Did he? But you telling them, I forgive you. I don't forgive nothing. When you dead, just like then, okay. Then what I need to forgive, you got what you got.
Exactly.
We have to be. People look at me. Oh man, you rough, you hard. Yes, I am. You need to be.
That's right.
Because I'm tired of looking at what you ought to be tired too of seeing what you're seeing. We ready to make a difference. When you're ready to make a difference, let's make a difference. All this forgiving and all this talking soft and all. Damn, bullies don't care about that. Bullies, when you stand up to bullies, then bullies hear you. Other than that, they'll never stop. They'll never quit. They're gonna keep taking it further, and you're gonna keep on taking it. Tell me, I forgive you. What the hell? You ain't forgiving nothing.
No.
You got the wrong person.
Mm-mm.
You ain't forgiving nothing. No.
Nope. And they don't even ask for forgiveness.
No. You offering something they didn't even ask you for.
You know, the Dylan Roof. You remember when they brought him up for that little court appearance, and black person after black person kept coming up there saying, "I forgive you, I forgive you, I forgive you." Like what?
I didn't even watch. I had to turn it. I was done. Your mama died for nothing. She ought to get up and slap you. She ought to get up and slap you.
Exactly.
You forgive what? Forgiving nothing.
We're gonna watch this one more video, and we're gonna come back and discuss.
I'm not gonna help nobody get something my Negroes don't have. If I'm gonna die, I'll die now, right here fighting you. If I'm gonna die, you my enemy. My enemies are white people, not Vietnams or Chinese or Japanese. You my opposer when I want freedom. You my opposer when I want justice. You my opposer when I want equality. You won't even stand up for me in America for my religious beliefs, and you want me to go somewhere and fight, but you won't even stand up for me here at home. I'm saying you talking about me about some draft, and all of you white boys are breaking your neck to get to Switzerland and Canada and London. I'm not gonna help nobody get something my Negroes don't have. If I'm gonna die, I'll die now, right here fighting you. If I'm gonna die, you my enemy. My enemies are white people, not Vietnams or Chinese or Japanese. You my opposer when I want freedom. You my opposer when I want justice. You my opposer when I want equality. You won't even stand up for me in America for my religious beliefs, and you want me to go somewhere and fight, but you won't even stand up for me here at home.
And that was our great brother Muhammad Ali. Very poignant and very straight to the point. You my enemy. I ain't gonna go over nowhere else and fight. You won't even stand up for me right here on my religious belief. But you want to send me to fight while your ass go run and hide somewhere. See, and this is the thing that we got to be able to understand. That's why you should never let your children join the goddamn enemy's military. To go die for what? What? You better wake up and understand. If you ain't got freedom right here in America, how in the hell you gonna fight for somebody to get freedom somewhere else when you dying right here? See, you gotta be thinking, what am I doing? What am I really doing? You know, when in the Roman Empire, as they were falling down, they were grabbing people from everywhere. Hey, come and join the Roman army. Come and join the Roman army. After they done whooped your ass. Now you gonna join the oppressor army and think you're gonna be treated like them? The very first place I was ever called a nigger was in the United States Army at Fort Campbell, Kentucky.
Yep. And you fighting for their country, your country.
Exactly. And I was shocked. This sergeant first class called me a nigger. I didn't know how to handle it. Because I wasn't even prepared. My daddy didn't tell me, hey, when you get out there with them crackers in Kentucky, they don't like niggas. They don't like black people. He didn't tell me that. I wasn't prepared. So when he called me a nigger, I'm like, well, I thought you said we were all green. You have to prepare yourself and your children. The worst crime that you could commit is not preparing your children. Because they depend on you. And then when they come back and say, hey, They mistreated me. They called me names. What can you say? Oh yeah, that's just how they is. Don't worry about it. Jesus gonna make it all right. Well, I gotta wait till Jesus finally come back for it to be made all right. I gotta sit and suffer this every day. Why? Do they keep feeding you? Wait till Jesus come back. But they're not changing their behavior. Why are they keep feeding you this? You building a heaven for them right here on the ground. And they telling you, don't worry. You wait till Jesus come back and he take care of all of it. And then you find out that all y'all supposed to be going to heaven after all of the hell that they done put us through. They going to the same heaven. Better wake the hell up. Why? Why would they teach you that? Why do we say that peace prospers until sleep? Why? Why do we teach you that? See, they got you all hooked up into this Jesus. You wait till you die and go to heaven, and it's going to be good while you suffering down here in hell, but making a heaven for somebody else. But I believe it says somewhere in the Bible, what you release on earth will be released in heaven. So you want to have this same shit up in heaven? You better wake up. You better wake up. Sister Cassie, what do you think about that and the way that they teach this Jesus foolishness?
Oh Lord, I don't even know what to say. I'm so sick of it. How long we gonna keep believing it? How long we gonna keep? I don't even know. It's just, what do you say? What do you say when you? And I've gone to Africa and I've seen them sitting on the street begging, and they saying Jesus loves me and all this other stuff. My thing is, when are we gonna really follow His word? When are we really gonna do it? When are we really gonna understand that He's waiting on us? Mm-hmm. He's waiting on you to stand, just like Jericho. Remember, they walked around. He told them what to do. Yeah. And then AI, remember Moses was fighting the one little group, they said, hold his arms up, They was winning. Let his arms down, they lost. Mm-hmm. David said, cannot. Remember when they went and snatched? This is biblical stories, right? Yeah. Then David, they came in, they took the children, women and children, they was all fighting. Those men was ready to kick David's butt. He was going to kill David. David said, what do I do? He said, pursue. Mm-hmm. You're going to recover all. So what we waiting now? Mm-hmm. All you got to do is ask, okay, God, is it time? Can we go? Can we get released? You got us? He said, I got you. Remember, who was that had 300 men? Didn't need 300. Mm-hmm. Brought them down to a handful, right? He said, who got about it? Okay. You don't need a whole army. Mm-hmm. When you got him. Yep. If he say pursue us, pursue. Let's go. That's right. He got you. We scared to stand up to pursue. We scared. What you scared of? Dying? You're dying already. But I guarantee you stand up and act like you're gonna fight. You got you. We good. You scared to take a chance. Scared of just walking out. Scared of stepping out. Scared of just doing anything. Just scared to defend yourself. You rather burn yourself up you rather burn yourself and set yourself on fire instead of grabbing one of them in your cell and going to town. Just saying, it's time for us to get busy. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Just like you was talking about. You go and fought. You went and fought. You was obedient. You did what you thought was what needed to be done. Mm-hmm. Then once you got in there, you saw. I told my girls from birth, you are not going to the service. They call my daughters, don't call him no more. You're not getting mine. Mm-hmm. I'm not sending my daughters to fight for a country that hate them. I'm not sending my daughters to fight for nothing. I'm not sending my daughters to fight for a country, another country's freedom. When you bring them back, they get hung in their uniforms. Remember that? Yes. No, hell to the no. Won't be mine. You go and fight and risk your life in Germany and these different places. You come back to your home. You fought for this country. Then they hang you up in your uniform. I wish the hell I would fight for this racist ass country. I don't care if they come and blow this bitch up. I don't care. Russia, come get them. China, come get them. Let me know when you go. Let me know so I can be up out of here. But I hope and pray. I swear. That's the only thing. That's the only way it's gonna make niggas fight.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
You don't think they're not coming. Don't think they're not already here.
Mm-hmm.
They already here. They've been here for years.
Yeah.
Because what does America do? America brings them here to live amongst you.
Exactly.
Trying to own so much land in America, y'all wouldn't believe how much land. How much they own, and how much land, Maurice? Bruh, how much land?
Sure, a whole lot of land.
Well, how you got enemies owning land? I wonder how much land does America have in China? I'm just asking for a friend. How much land you think they got in Russia? You got the biggest dummies. You have Russians working in the Pentagon. You have Chinese people working in the Pentagon. You think that they got some Americans working in their Pentagon? Do you really believe that? Come on, y'all. Come on, you guys. I trade my children. Y'all not going to the service. This is your option right here. You're not going to fight for a country that don't like you. I wish I would. I said let Bush, and this time Bush and his daughters. Let Bush send his daughters out there. The one that blew up, the one that did 9/11. Let him send his children. And after you get all the Congress children, the Senate children, then you come get mad. But you're not getting them until no. And then you're not getting them. But I'll rest. This is great.
It is. And to Earth Angel, this channel used to be very big. We were up to 4,000 subscribers, and every video that we had 4,000 people actually watching it.
People scared.
And YouTube took it out, and took out the next one, and took out the next one. Yeah. And so it's very hard for people to find the channel and everything.
They know your name. They know your name then.
Exactly.
But we have to understand, Maurice, it's only a few of us. It's not that many of us, unfortunately. You got a lot of folk that think like, coons. They scared. They think like Kundas. They think like Roland Martin. They're not woke. Yeah. They think like the whole Black Caucus. They rather, well, don't talk loud. You don't want to disturb the white people. You don't want to make the white folk mad. Who give a damn about them?
Exactly.
You need to make them bitches mad.
Exactly.
They don't like our talk. They don't. They scared. They will weak too much. You got black folk can't stand Cassie. I don't care. I don't like you either because you're a coon. I don't need you on my team. So get the hell on. If I sound too rough and then you know what? I'm not for you. Only certain people can be around Cassie because I don't hold my tongue, and people scared. They scared of this talk. They scared to death. Oh my God, Cassie, welcome. I reached y'all too hard. Y'all too this, that, and the other. Bitch, you need to be the same way. You too soft, so get the hell on.
Exactly.
Because I can't stand soft black folk around me. Get the hell on. Because this ain't gonna change right here.
No,
this is not gonna change. And I already know that when the war's advertised, it's gonna be nationally, it's gonna be advertised. You're gonna have to kill some of y'all, unfortunately, because they're gonna try to hurt you for them.
That part.
And I already know that. Part. So you come over here, I'm gonna understand that you mean me harm. So I'm just saying, we too rough for them. They ain't ready for this talk.
No, not. Brother Robert says if they not woke by now, they will sleep forever.
And you're right. You're right. And he's right. America, all is of destroying America as we speak, y'all. As we speak. Trump done already told Bricks, hey, y'all stop doing da. Bricks said this is for you, and Bricks is doing their thing. They keep moving because they ain't scared of you, America. Trump, go ahead. They're gonna show you what they working with. So you go right on. Your days are numbered, buddy.
Exactly.
Believe that or not.
Exactly. We showed a picture last week of the white family who the gay white men adopted white children. And now I want to show just a little bit of it, of the story behind it. Because some of our people think that they are.
A Georgia couple is sentenced to 100 years behind bars after adopting 2 young boys.
They need 100 years. They need life.
The dads even installed
what they did to them babies
throughout their family home to capture this ongoing sexual abuse. If that wasn't enough, though, they posted the images and videos online so other predators could view these horrifying crimes. We cover a lot of really intense topics here on Law and Crime, and this one is truly one of the more messed up stories I've ever looked at. I mean, we're talking about two young children who are the victims in this story, which unto itself is heartbreaking. But it's an added layer of depravity when we consider that the bad guys in this story are actually the boys' parents. A family's home is supposed to be safe. It's supposed to be a place where the kids can trust their parents and feel at home, but instead, first responders call this a house of horrors. That's a direct quote. Take this as your trigger warning because right now we're going to dive into those details. The parents in this case are 34-year-old William and 36-year-old Zachary Zulock. They're a married couple out of Walton County, Georgia, which is just east of Atlanta. We're not revealing their sons' names to keep the boys' privacy, but we can tell you that right now they're ages 10 and 12, and they were
need the death
adopted by
penalty.
the Zulocks through a Christian special needs agency.
Ain't that something?
The Zulock family seemed to have it all. William worked for the government and Zachary had a job in banking. Their home was upscale too in a nice neighborhood of Loganville, Georgia. They posted pics online that were smiling, happy, basically looking like they were the picture perfect family. They even have a photo wearing shirts that say, "Love my family," with the
Ain't that
rainbow
something?
flag in support of pride. But behind this facade, there was something much more sinister. Now, the investigation dates back to July 2022, when the Georgia Bureau of Investigation's Exploitation and Computer Crimes Unit got a tip from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. According to this tip, child sex material was traced to an IP address in Walton County, Georgia. That's the same area where the Zulock family lived. But the person behind this address, it was actually a man named Hunter Lawless, who was caught downloading homemade child porn onto his computer. Lawless fessed up right away, though. He admitted to the crime, but he told investigators it wasn't him who created these images. Instead, he said the person behind this child porn sex ring was a man named Zachary Zulock. And he said Zachary had sent him these images and videos, and in the past, offered his sons up to Hunter Lawless. Just a quick note, Hunter Lawless pleaded guilty to sexual exploitation of children and was sentenced to 20 years in prison. His arrest also led to the arrest of Luis Vicaro Sanchez, who was eventually charged and sentenced to 60 years in prison. Meanwhile, the investigation pointed back to the Zulock family. Inside their home, investigators collected 7 terabytes of child sex material. Let that number sink in. A terabyte holds 1,000 gigabytes. That's anywhere between 200,000 and 500,000 pictures. Or if it's video, it's 500 hours. That means these dads had more than 3,000 hours worth of child pornography recordings of their own sons. And if you want to quantify that in photos, we're talking upwards of 3.5 million pictures of 2 young boys now ages 10 and 12. Investigators later revealed that the dads set up security cams in their own home, like how we see nanny cams or ring cams inside of our home, but these cams weren't used for security reasons. Instead, they were used to record the sexual abuse that was taking place all over the home. Investigators say both parents repeatedly raped these boys and recorded it with video or photos. But that wasn't all. They also admitted to all of these crimes in texts and social media messages. Investigators say the men would brag to their friends, saying they planned to have sex with their sons, and then they would follow up after they carried out this really disturbing act. Both men eventually admitted to this, saying to investigators that they sodomized the boys and forced them to perform oral sex on both parents. Here's how the charges broke down. William Zulock was charged with 6 counts of aggravated sodomy, 3 counts of aggravated child molestation, 2 counts of sexual exploitation of children, and a couple other sexual offenses. Zachary Zulock was charged with 2 counts of aggravated sodomy, 3 counts of aggravated child molestation, 2 counts of sodomy, 3 counts of sexual exploitation of children, 2 counts of pandering for a person under 18, and other sexual offenses. Now, William pleaded guilty to all these charges back in August, and Zachary pleaded guilty to all but 1 charge. That didn't work out for him, though, because he took it to a bench trial and was found guilty there. Just this month, both men were sentenced to 100 years in prison without the possibility of parole, meaning they'll spend the rest of their lives behind bars. This case is truly one of the most disturbing I've covered in my career. I'm still trying to make sense of it all. Let's bring in trial attorney Krista Ramey to help us out too. Krista, have you?
No, we didn't make that up.
But this stay history.
Exactly.
They've been fucking little boys from the beginning of their inception.
Because their daddy's been doing the same thing to them.
Say that.
Their parents, they do that, pass that shit down from generation to generation. And now you have adopted 2 little boys, and you adopted them for the reason of having sex with them. How long they been having them babies? How long? They probably had them since birth. So how long you been sleeping with them babies? We talking about babies. We talking about you probably was molesting them at birth. Little babies probably doing all kind of stuff with them. But this is what they do. And then they was telling their friends. So those little boys was handed out to their friends, is what they said. So that means your friends should be going to jail too.
Exactly.
So everybody that you told this to and they didn't turn you in, they asses need to go to prison too. All of y'all nastiness need to be in prison because you've ruined these little boys. These little boys need to be put down because they'll be no more good for nobody. They'll be just like their daddies. They're no more good for nothing. And back in the day, in the biblical days, you killed a whole family. All of the whole family need to be done. Them little babies, unfortunately, sorry for them. They need to be put down with them. Don't even put them in jail because that's going to be too good for them. Put their asses to death.
Exactly.
Let them go on down with their daddy, Satan, because that's who their daddy is.
Exactly.
That's only people who do that to babies.
Exactly. Definitely.
But no, you think they're gonna get 100? They ain't gonna get no that. They're not gonna leave them men up in there that long. They don't do stuff like that to their own. They don't. They just telling you that. Them guys will be out on home visits. Because they did the society a pleasure by letting them molest other men, molest their babies. They rented their kids out. They gave them to other men. So don't think that they was just only 2 sleep with them boys. Them boys will never be no more good for nobody.
Exactly.
They're gonna be prostitutes and into all of that because they're not gonna give them no counseling. So they're ruined.
They are. And I don't even think counseling would fix that.
It's not gonna work. They're done. They're damaged goods. They need the death penalty. I'm serious. Those little boys, you need to go on and suffocate them, give them a drug, whatever, because they're done. They're gonna be a terror to society. They've been raped since age 0. Exactly. That's all they know is having sex with men. Many are men. Can you imagine being born just to be raped by men? How do you feel? You got your daddy's supposed to, this your daddy, and he's sleeping with you every night. What the hell? What kind of dysfunctional shit is that?
Exactly.
You got one, I got one, then you switch up. I'm taking the 10-year-old tonight, you take 12-year-old. What the hell? Who? I just can't even who thinks like that? You adopted babies. Who came up with that idea? We're gonna adopt us 2 boys so we can have sex with them. Oh Lord God, these people, I'm telling you, there's nothing good in them. Nothing. Their kids, their daughters, their mammies, their grandpappies, their grandmammas, nothing good in that lineage. Nothing. Those people, there's nothing good in them. I cannot say that enough. The word says that there's nothing good in them. And when you tell me that that's the best woman you never had, she white, you a damn fool. I know you lying. I know you talking some crazy talk.
Exactly.
You brain dead, walking dead. That's all I call men like that and women like that. You brain dead, walking dead. Period.
Yep. Ain't no way.
Ain't no way.
And these people, our people, would see these 2 faggots and be like, "Oh, they cool, they nice looking, they da 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 da." But not knowing the devilishment, the evil that they're doing behind closed doors.
Yep.
And you want to make this a reality that this is good, it is great. No fucking homosexuals adopting children is great.
But that's the society we lived in. Why would you? But remember, we couldn't even have single women couldn't adopt babies back in the day, right?
Exactly.
But then you allowing 2 fags to adopt babies?
Come on now.
But how dysfunctional are you, America? What you think will happen? Remember that one couple, they had like 5 boys. All of them boys was gay. So what you think was going on in that house?
Exactly.
2 men adopting some children. They ain't got no business having nobody up in that house. The world.
Nope.
Just
I want us to, we're going to look at another video. And in this next video, and the reason why we're showing this is because I want you to see the real nature of these demons. You got to be able to see the real nature of these demons and understand what you're dealing with. You can't humanize them.
No.
They're not human. And you have to realize that. You have to realize that. Let's take a look at this next video.
Oh my God, I can't believe
At least it's not me in that car, you know?
I can't believe it.
Got it.
Oh my God.
Kind of a time to not really know what to do, so.
I don't know what happened. At random, too. Why? I don't get it.
How old is Brian?
He's 19.
He's 19.
What's going on, man?
Oh yeah, this one was crazy.
Okay, so parents have some concerns of some stuff they may have found in your room?
Yeah, I believe so.
And what would it be?
A human head and hands.
Like, for real human head and hands?
Yes.
From?
That fellow who went missing recently.
Which fellow was that?
Warren Brown.
Warren Brown? When did he go missing?
The night of the 27th.
The night of the 27th? Okay, and how did you end up with him?
I murdered him.
With what?
A knife.
Why would you have done that?
I've always wondered what murder felt like.
2021, Grand Junction, Colorado. It's the first day of March, and Warren Barnes, a 69-year-old man known to hang outside of Monique's Bridal and Formal Wear on Main Street in downtown Grand Junction, hasn't been seen since Saturday, February 27th.
And if you've ever been downtown, you guys would see him. He
looks
walks
familiar.
Main Street.
Yeah,
He's
Brett
always
probably knows him if he's talked to him.
he's always on Main Street, just with his backpack, just walking and coming down to the shop to sit in his chair, pretty much.
How do you know Warren?
I own Monique's Bridal downtown, and I give him a chair to sit and read his books.
Is it
And
a homeless gentleman?
he's not homeless. He stays in a place. He pays for a room every day. He comes back in the shop because we keep his chair inside the shop to deter other people from sitting in it behind my shop.
The woman speaking with police is Monique Lenati. Her business has been mainstay in downtown Grand Junction since 1995. Monique and her daughter spent time getting to know Warren over the 4 years he's been a fixture behind her shop. He loves reading, feeding birds, and eating Subway sandwiches. To outsiders, he may have appeared unhoused or out of work, simply because he wore the same clothes every day. But Warren is different.
He works for a company that does just like temp agency, and they were the ones that actually contacted me because he's never missed work, and they know that he sits behind my shops.
So every morning it's around 6?
Yeah.
Without fail?
Without fail.
7 days a week?
Yes. He is there every morning.
All by himself?
Yeah.
Those who know him quickly take a shine to his kind and gentle soul.
And he's the nicest guy ever. Rough looking, but he is the nicest guy.
And
he buys Pall Mall Red 100s every day and a donut.
Warren Barnes is quiet and never bothers anyone. He passes the time reading books, so the locals dubbed him the Reading Man.
But I know he goes to the library a lot as well, because he, like I said, he reads books.
Loves to read.
And Warren has a routine, one you could swear by. So when he didn't show up to work on Monday morning, March 1st, his employers at the temp agency were concerned.
What raised concern with you today to report him missing?
Because the place people already called to see if I had seen him, because he didn't show up for work, and he's never once not shown up for work in the 4 years he's been working for them. So I said no, and that I hadn't seen him since Saturday. I don't know. I just have a really bad feeling because it's unlike him. And that's the weird thing is I said, I'll see you tomorrow. He said, I'll be here. I'll see you tomorrow. And then I didn't even think about it when he wasn't there, really.
Does he ever have anybody sit and read with him or
No.
next to him?
Mm-mm.
Has he mentioned talking to anybody?
No, he doesn't associate with a lot of the like transits because he's not like them. He's very intelligent. Like I don't know why he's homeless. I never really got into like why he chose,
I'm sure you asked him. Did he ever talk about his family or where he came from?
So he has, I believe, at least one child, but they they don't talk.
Okay.
And he said that they talk maybe once every 3 or 4 years on a holiday, but that he hasn't spoken to.
So he
him,
probably didn't go for a visit.
No, he wouldn't have. And if he was, he would have told the people Ready Player.
From?
I'm just speed it up to get to the point.
That fellow who went missing recently.
Which fellow was that?
Warren Brown.
Warren Brown? When did he go missing?
The night of the 27th.
The night of the 27th? Okay, and how did you end up with him?
I murdered him.
With what?
A knife.
Why would you have done that?
I've always wondered what murder felt like.
That's crazy.
Where did you do that at?
You know, look at him. Just look at him. He's like, just, you know, I just murdered him. I cut his head off. And, you know, just talking everyday conversation.
Exactly.
I mean, this is Satan's children. Look at, just look. Hey, put that back. When the police asked him, he said, "Hey, I murdered him." Just it was everyday conversation. He didn't show no remorse or nothing.
How do you know this guy?
I didn't.
That was what was in the wallet.
That's crazy.
What do you mean that was?
No, fine. How
No,
did
no.
you come across this
How'd you
guy?
come across the gentleman?
I was driving,
Uh-huh.
and I saw a strange shape near the railway.
Uh-huh.
So I parked my car and investigated.
Again.
I found it to be a man sleeping.
Okay.
Just everyday conversation.
It is in
I'm
my
confessing.
car. Well, it's in my car.
I had that
previously. So
this is going to be an invest, and I'll take it from there.
Okay. So did that happen when you crashed your car? Or is that totally different?
That's related, but a different event.
Okay. How's it related?
Well, when I killed him, I tried disposing of his body by putting it in the river, but
Okay,
I parked too low in the river. And
Where's the rest of his body at?
Huh?
Where's the rest of the body at?
What parts?
The body, right? Where's his body?
The hell?
River.
Say what part?
I'm gonna have you walk over here. You're gonna sit in the back of my partner's patrol
They
car.
never put no handcuffs on this guy.
Never.
You okay?
But you feel threatened with his black folk.
6'1"
I'm done.
He is cooperative and polite.
Didn't feel threatened. No, you
The
know,
female officer
I
from the
killed him.
Massachusetts
I don't know where the rest of his body is.
rolled into her patrol car.
How are you?
I'm good, sir. How are you? You said your name's Brian?
Yeah, how are
I'm
you?
not feeling too well.
You're not feeling
How are
so
you?
well?
I'm good. I just killed somebody, but you're not threatened.
That's understandable.
But if he black, he'd have been dead.
I'm just gonna have you sit in the back here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn on the air for you in a second.
Well, I'm gonna turn the air on for you. and everything.
Are you a hot-blooded or cold-blooded kind of guy?
I am very cold-blooded. I prefer cold. Well, no, actually, sorry, hot-blooded.
Hot-blooded. So you prefer the cold? Okay, fantastic. All right. So hop in here. I know you're tall, so it's a little bit of a tight squeeze, but like I said, I'll get that air on for you.
Sorry about that.
All right.
Meanwhile,
Still ain't got no handcuffs on.
he needs to go inside the house and see for himself if there actually is a human head in the sink, like Terry Cohey claimed in her 911 call.
Can you walk me inside, please?
Let's walk you off through what happened in the very beginning.
Okay.
Let me do it. You go inside.
Well, let's stay out here with me for a minute.
Sit down. Come on, sit down, baby.
Can I go in there and verify here first?
Oh, yeah, please.
Let me
We
go
haven't
do that.
seen it. Yeah, we haven't
Okay.
looked at it.
It's under the towel in the sink.
Okay.
Yeah, and yeah, Stay with your mother. Give her.
Just make sure that guy goes in the car first.
I can stay here. You can go in the sink, right?
Well,
The sink
okay.
right there. No,
Yeah.
House is empty.
Okay.
I had a bad feeling about what happened this weekend.
Okay.
And she said there's a bag in this closet, and she opened it up, and she called me and said, "Get over here right now." I covered it with a towel.
Okay.
I didn't want him to see it because we didn't want him to run. I don't want to look at it.
Yeah. 22, 42, are you clear for a call?
Got my water.
All right, I'm giving you a call.
Let me know when we want to start.
Yeah, let me get this figured out.
Now, they drive him all the way to the police station. No
Oh,
handcuffs.
yeah, you might want to call investigation.
He's just talking and he's showing them where he
yeah,
cut the
he
body up and all
asked me what was
that.
going on. He said, I killed the guy. I stabbed him. That's his head. I dumped his body in the
The night of February 27th, it was a full moon. And I figured I can see so well, why not try it out? And I am in a bad state of mind at that time. I have major depressive disorder, so I am not thinking, I shall say, positively. Okay. And I'm cruising around for an hour and a half. So I fill up on gas halfway through.
So they ask him at the end of the interview after he tell them, yeah, I done cut one arm off, cut the other arm off, cut the head off, cut the leg off. And when they're finding the pieces, they like, oh yeah, there's a leg, there's an arm, there's another leg over there. And and they asked him, well, if we didn't catch you, if you didn't get caught,
he would have got away with it.
Kill again. He's like, yeah, I would continue to kill. If y'all didn't catch me, I would be killing, you know. And it's like he talks to them like it's nothing.
Everyday conversation.
Yeah.
He didn't do nothing wrong. He didn't say I'm sorry. He just said, yep, I would have continued on. Yep. I mean, just as calm.
Exactly.
So you know there's some demons up in there, right?
Oh, yes.
You know it's some demons, right?
Oh, yes.
So them demons talking through him, those are Satan's children. So he has a right to endow them, right? So that's what you're seeing. You're seeing a live demon right there who is telling you, I would have done more. Now I got to leave him and go to somebody else. Because that's not him. That's a demon. And people don't understand that. That's those are his children. So they can use them anytime, any way they want to. So this ought to make you be careful when they come around your presence. When I see them at the light, I lock my door. Just like they lock their doors, I lock my door, make sure it's locked.
Exactly.
And I'm looking when they walking past me at the store. I'm looking. I want them to see me looking.
Exactly.
Because I'm not going to be hurt for free.
Yeah.
Now y'all can stand there if you want to. We'll work it out later. But I guarantee you, I'm gonna come out standing.
Yeah.
Y'all can sit there if you want to and think them things friends. That don't sound like no friend to me. That don't sound like nothing I want to be married to or laying next to at night. Because at any minute, that demon can say, well, you know, that's a bird over there. You need to chop her head off. I'm just saying. Jeffrey Dahmer did it for years, right? He was in a black neighborhood eating black folk. Got caught several times, and them police officers didn't do nothing. They were smelling his house. They was calling. They wouldn't come. A Chinese guy got away. They gave him back to him.
Yeah.
But he was there for 10 years. You can live in a neighborhood. They're gonna call the police on you every day, and the police gonna come. They called the police on Jeffrey Dahmer. He did that for 10 years. 10 years in a black neighborhood. He knew where to move. He knew where to move to get away with it, didn't he? And he did just that for 10 years. They say they would never come. Never nothing. But those are the people you want to marry. Okay, go ahead. Okay.
See how far that gets you.
Enjoy your life.
Exactly. You know, Mayat made a comment. I'm gonna see if I can find it. That is very profound when we sit and think about it. Let's see where it's. From the mind of the white man is where horror films come from. They show us what they do and think. And I mean, you just think about some of the horror movies that you have watched over time. And that's true. That comes right from the mind of the cracker.
Stephen King.
Minds of the cracker. Yeah.
Ain't that the one, Stephen King? That dude with the big eye?
Yes.
All of his movies was terrible. All of them. And his eyes were so big, he looked like something wrong with him. Remember back in the day?
Yep.
All the movies was terrible.
Exactly. And you know, we one thing when I watched this video, and I watched it from beginning to the end, and it's a little over an hour movie, but video, but it was just so telling of how calm he was and how nice they treated him. no handcuffs, no raising the face, no nothing. Just
no cussing him out, no harsh tone, no knocking him to the ground, no sitting on his neck, no shots in the head, no cussing, no loud, no trauma, no nothing. Just so peaceful, didn't feel threatened, even though he just chopped off somebody's hand and head. And body part. I didn't once feel threatened. But black folk, you feel threatened. Who don't have no gun, ain't kill nobody.
Exactly. Say that. Say that. Say that. And Maya makes a real good point about Dexter, because I've watched the show Dexter all the way from beginning to end. Then when they did the other one, the updated one, and now they got a new one out, Dexter Original Sin.
Oh.
So I'm watching that. But she says that Dexter's dad taught him how to kill and satisfy his urges without getting caught. What did that cracker say? He had a desire to kill, to murder somebody, to see what it's like. It's all up in their mind, and they're coming it out, putting it on paper. Putting it on paper. Mayat also says that black people make comedy and love movies, never about killing. That is something. That is something. Stephen King, Earth Angel says, Stephen King, my favorite to watch, he told all their secrets. Then Maya says, the white man is the author of horror films and porn.
Yep. Yep.
Now, I want to, on our last video, I want to show this one. Because it's something that we definitely have to do. There's a level of humanity that our people are losing. And we need to get it back. So let's just check this video out and see what happens.
What's happening? Welcome. Appreciate you pressing on that play button. I am Willie Williams. Glad y'all going on to join the player. Subscribe. Y'all please remember, go around to the WillieWilliamsShow.com. Click on the gear link or something like that right there. Here, I do believe down.
Detroit is not a real place, and I'm here to tell you why. On New Year's Eve, a girl went to a New Year's Eve party with some people that she didn't really know. It was a house full of people. It was a house party. That was where she fucked up in the first place. She set her phone down because she was on live recording. Apparently, she set the phone against somebody's obituary or ashes or something. The girl whose daddy it was flipped the fuck out, told the girl to move her phone. She moved her phone. It wasn't no beef, you know what I'm saying? She just went on about her business. So eventually, the girl ends up telling her other people, like, yeah, this bitch just set her phone down. They end up jumping the girl. Completely unprovoked, in my personal opinion. The girl spent the whole first day of the year on social media looking for the girls who jumped her that was in the live video. The second day of the year, baby, she figured out where they live, pulled up to the house, had some niggas run in there and steal her daddy ashes while she was on live. Detroit is not a real fucking place. And I'm from here, and I'm telling you, this is not a real fucking place. This can't be real. This bitch is going to jail.
Yeah, right there. Bitch, come on! Bitch! Oh, shit. No! Fuck out the way. Tell her from outside. Bitch, come out! Where you at? Bitch, where you at? Bitch, bitch, we outside tonight. Yeah, bitch. Hey, come on! Hey, come on! Come on! Come on! Come on! Come on! Come on, bitch! Come on! Come on! Bitch, we outside tonight, bitch! Where you at? Yeah, bitch! Get them ashes! Get them ashes, bitch! Get that dead nigga out there, bitch! What is you on, huh? Yeah! Come on! Get that dead nigga, bitch! I'm not coming back to y'all, dumbasses, no more. She up there, she in there. What's wrong with y'all? Yeah, she in there with her kids. Oh, what's wrong with y'all? She in there. We got kids. Yeah, we got kids.
And so they ran up in the house to where the girl who jumped the girls who was there right there, to in the girl house and then took her daddy urn. And took the dead man.
Mhm.
Got the people. Okay, hold on. Back this thing up just a little bit. Busting.
Come on. Bitch, where
I want y'all to also understand that the girl got jumped and then she called her people to run on up inside these people's house now.
Hey, bitch, where you at? Yeah, bitch. Get them ashes. Bitch, get the dead nigga out there, bitch.
Get that dead N-word out of there.
What is you want, huh? Yeah. Come on. Get that dead nigga, bitch. I'm not coming back to y'all dumbasses no more. She up there, she in there. What's wrong with her? Yeah, she in there right kid. Oh, serious.
Wow. But if they would have got shot, somebody would have went on head on and said, well, they ain't have to shoot, they ain't have to kill him. They were just going to be on her door and take her daddy urn.
I'm going to jail. Yeah, right there. Bitch, come on.
Let's read some of the comments. Say, look at this.
Oh, shit. Fuck out the way.
Go tear the house up. You see the type of motivation? Yes. You say all this muting and buffering starting to piss me off.
Come outside. Bitch, come out.
Tell y'all to take off the memorial stand. Hey, this is probably why they took the damn urn. Got to be more careful. You say, now, if they come out blowing, yes, if they come out blowing, that's on you.
You where?
I say, here, they all should have been shot down. Just in my mind. Mm-hmm.
Oh, bitch, we outside tonight. Yeah, bitch. Hey, come on. Hey, come on. Come on.
Bust the window out. Throw a rock at the window or something, at least. Damn. And there's actually doing what the people is typing, but the people is typing it before they actually doing it, and they can't see what the people is typing, and they are doing it. That lets y'all know, y'all, that we is like connected. Like we is like humans. We be thinking alike out here.
Come on. Bitch, where outside tonight? Bitch, where you at?
Now, as we see the destruction on both sides and the loss of humanity, you hear them say, get the dead nigga. You gonna steal the man's ashes? You gonna steal the man's ashes? You hear one brother say, yo, she in there with her kids. We got kids. So it's just one person that's showing some level of humanity.
Yep.
What is the terror in the mind of them babies that's in that house, that y'all busting up the windows and ran up in there and did whatever you did?
Yep.
And then you live stream your madness.
Yep.
So the question has to be asked, can that be reformed? Can that be reformed? Sister Cassie?
Oh, boy. I'm going to say, long as you're breathing, you can be reformed. I'm going to say yes. It's going to take work. You're going to have to want it. But yes, I believe it can be reformed. But I don't see us trying to reform it. That's the thing. We're not trying to reform anything. We didn't got so far out of control. It can be, but will it? Because he said in the word, I'm going to tell you, remember the one king wanted to curse Israel. And he said, I can't curse some that God called blessed. He said, what we can do is introduce them to sin and they'll curse themselves. So that's literally what's being happened. They're introducing us to sin. We're taking on the sin. So we're bringing more curses onto ourselves. Homosexuality. You can't curse Israel, but if you introduce us to it, then we bring more curses down on ourselves. Abortion, you introduce it to us, then we bring more down on us. So remember that sin is introduced to Israel, and that's when we do it, that's what brings the curses down on us. Because this is some stuff we don't even, that's not even in our mindset. Some of the stuff that you're seeing done is not something we're accustomed to. But when you've been colonized for so long, you begin to take on the colonizer's personality. That's
Right.
transfers of spirits, right? So a lot of their spirits is transferred down to us DNA wise, right? And plus you marrying them, you mixing them in, you having sex with them, you transfer the spirits, men. Okay, when you sleep with these white women, okay, ladies, when you having sex with these white boys, transfers the spirits, so you begin to act just like them. When you're around them, you hanging out with them, transfers the spirits. You know, you set you kiss and you hug and you in contact, transfers the spirits. It's hard not to become our colonizers. We've been around them for so long, we're beginning to take on their characteristics, right? You see a lot of black men into homosexuality. You see more now than I've ever seen in my life. It looks like every black man is gay. Every black young boy is a fag. I'm telling you, everywhere you look, you see on YouTube. I seen one look like what was that kid? He called his teacher Mr. Lady. He called the teacher Mr. Lady, right? I'm sitting to you. The man beat him, slapped him or something. But he was a black dude with lipstick on. Obviously, he had a wig on, right? In school. The little boy called him Mr. Lady. He slapped the little boy. I'm gonna send it to you. I gotta send it. I'm gonna send it to you. I swear. I'm like, this is not natural. This is so crazy. I ain't never seen it like this in my life. I was like, what in the hell was going on here? I'm gonna send it to you. And he slapped the boy, right? But the man had on lipstick. What was he supposed to call him? Mr. Lady. That's what he called him.
Wow.
Like the lady, but he sure had, he had the wig on, but he got arrested, so they made take the wig off. But this was yeah. Just hold on. Let me show it to you. It's the lady. Oh God, I'm serious, and I'm arrested for that one.
That is crazy. That is crazy.
This is what we do, though. We don't care.
And Maya brought up an interesting point as well. She says that he's a useless man. These YouTubers make me sick. He says this ninja got time to make 2 videos a day about dumb shit. And also it's like they revel in it to be able to go out and say, yeah, this is what is going on.
I just sent it to you.
Okay.
Mr. Lady.
Let's see.
Okay.
Is it the video? Or is it just a picture? I can't hear you, Sis Cassie.
It's just a picture of the man. Look at Mr. Lady.
Lord have mercy. Wow.
He got mad because the kid. That's Mr. Lady.
Boy, he got lipstick and all.
Wow. Oh God, that's crazy.
And so he was a substitute teacher, or he was
a teacher. I'm gonna try to find a whole story, but I just want to show you the picture. I'm gonna try to show you a friend of mine sent it to me. I was like, what the hell going on? Mr. Lady, but hold on, I'm gonna try to find a whole picture, the whole story.
Wow. Isaiah, y'all got this crap going up in y'all schools too?
What is it? I mean, what is it?
It's supposed to be a he, she, or something.
Who?
A he, she, or something. I'm surprised that, I would have thought that the school wouldn't even allow no foolishness like that, but I guess it's all good.
Where? In America?
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, I have never seen, when I was in school in America, seen black men or black women acting funny like that. You know what I mean? With lipstick and earrings. Wearing earrings is an African custom. You know what I mean? But when you put that femininity into it, then yeah, that's not us. That's the white man influencing our youth. All the transgender bullshit, and uh, it's just some crazy shit. You gotta have a fucked up mind to put on some panties and bra and a dress, then act feminine if you're a man. So I don't get that picture. So who was the guy? He's part of the school or something.
Yeah, he's a teacher at a school, and the one of the children in the class raised his hand and said, "Excuse me, Mr. Ma'am," and he smacked the child for calling him a Mister.
Man, oh wow! Now he wouldn't be standing if he slapped my child. He wouldn't be standing because I would have definitely said and told my child to call that motherfucker fag. Cause yeah. I don't know if that's in Atlanta, but Atlanta done lost its damn mind. So I don't think that's in New York. I think it's in Atlanta. It's not in Chicago because I have never seen full blown gay niggas, swinging their butt and wearing panties and high heels and acting girly. I've never seen it. But you see that shit in Georgia, Atlanta. They out there. And I would just say, fuck all white folks.
I don't know how in the world he thought that he would be looking feminine, because as hard as that nigga look, ain't no way in the world he gonna be looking feminine.
No. Just like if you get Diddy, you want to start swinging them hips, and it's just a mind thing. And white folks fucking with them, you're gonna fuck around and find out. So hopefully the parent done got into his ass, not literally,
right?
But did something to him because he would have been hurt.
Almost.
They but I throw it back at
you. These are the signs of the times that we're living in, and we have to make some perfect decisions. We have to make perfect decisions. It is what it is, and this reality is hitting us. And we can't hide it. We can't act like we don't see it. We have to confront it, and we have to destroy it. Because if not, then this has the ability not to destroy our people, but to really damage our. I don't know. We're brother Isaiah think it's Atlanta. I don't know where it is. Exactly, Maya. I don't understand that either. We have really taken a shift in the way of our thinking, in the way of our behavior, to allow some foolishness like this to go on. is unacceptable. It's truly unacceptable. Mm.
Said a Georgia teacher put her hands against a student's face, a fifth grader. That's not funny. You don't do that. And he did it because the boy called the teacher Mr. Lady. I don't know why you mad at that boy? Why you mad at that child? Huh? If I was that child parents, I'd have been going down there to see Mr. Lady. Mr. Lady would have gay. We can exchange hands all day.
Mm.
You come around there looking like that, and that's a child. The children don't do nothing but be honest. They only lie when they need to, which is all the time, but they still honest all the time too. You come around there with rouge on and all these other fixings, and you mad that baby called you Mr. Lady. What's wrong with you? What they supposed to call you? Huh? Huh? What they supposed to call you? Children gonna look at something and then they gonna call it what they think it is.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell y'all something. This right here might get me put off the internet, but I do not care. I had to make this video. This is a Georgia teacher put her hands against a student's face, a fifth grader. That's not funny. You don't do that. And he did it because the boy called the teacher Mr. Lady. I don't know why you mad at that boy? Why you mad at that child? Huh? If I was that child parents, I'd have been going down there to see Mr. Lady. Mr. Lady would have gay. We can exchange hands all day. You come around there looking like that, and that's a child. The children don't do nothing but be honest. They only lie when they need to, which is all the time, but they still honest all the time too. You come around there with rouge on and all these other fixings, and you mad that baby called you Mr. Lady. What's wrong with you? What they supposed to call you? Huh? Huh? What they supposed to call you? Children gonna look at something and then they gonna call it what they think it is.
Mm-hmm.
Ladies and gentlemen,
That is something else. I tell you.
That's disgusting.
Very.
And it's all pretty much the same. Just talking about the same. I sent you a couple of them. Just see which one you want to play.
Mm.
That's sad. That's sad. This is what we do. Why is he in the school in the first place? Why would you allow? But see, this is all done on purpose. And you look at our children now, and you understand why they acting the way they acting, because these schools got these faggots on top of our children, trying to teach them what? Homosexuality, same-sex, lesbianism. You got boys and fags holding hands, walking down the hall. What the hell? Where's the rules? No regulations, no rules. This is done on purpose, you guys. And you guys got your children in their schools. When are we going to wake up and understand this is their stuff? This is done on purpose to stop you from generating, stop you from reproducing, because they can't reproduce. So since they can't reproduce, they're going to make sure that you don't, by either sleep with your men, sleep with your women, or making your children gay. They're going to get it done one way or another, they think. But we're not supposed to help them. You see dysfunction, you do something about it. But we don't. We think it's cute. We just sit there. White folk know, whatever they do is right. It's right on by, right? We ain't supposed to say nothing. We don't want to destroy. We don't want to upset the white folk. We don't want to take it back to where, because then we're going to be called racist. I don't give a damn what you call me. Wrong and wrong is right is right. We ain't got no, our children don't have under them. They ain't got no business teaching our kids.
Mm-hmm.
This is done on purpose. Either they sending them to jail, or they reproducing with white folk, or making them gay.
Exactly.
Nothing good comes out of these schools.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. You know, Brother Robert said something that was pointed. He said, "This is a result. Pull it up. This is a result of us taking white people as gods beside God." That is a strong, strong point. And that's something that has to definitely be explored, because they may not understand what they're doing, but that's exactly what they're doing. They're taking them as a god beside God. And it has to come to an end. It just really has to come to an end. Wow. Well, we are 25 minutes over. We're going to go ahead and move to closing comments. I'm working on doing a live for this week. I saw a video where this Christian brother was talking to a white Christian nationalist. And the conversation, a white Christian nationalist. Now, the black Christian brother was, talking to the white one, like, you're saying all this stuff, and, people are saying that you're racist and all this, but I can give you the benefit of the doubt that you're not racist. I want to help you with your language. But when it was black people you were beating up on, you wasn't giving them the benefit of no doubt. You were saying how wrong and how anti-God they are, this, that, and the other. But when this cracker, who clearly is a racist, and had to say to you, I don't see nothing wrong with what I said. Because he said if a doctor, or a black doctor, was coming to work on him, he would have to say, pause. You ain't got a white one? Where's your credentials? So I'm going to do a video on that, because the Christianity is the white man's religion. It is the perfect slave-making religion. And I know you've all heard that before, but now we're going to go into it, and I'm going to show you why that is the truth. We're going to prove it to you that Christianity is the perfect slave-making religion. And we're going to break it down for you so that you can see in real clear time exactly what's on the table. Because if you don't come out of that way of thinking, these bastards going to slaughter y'all ass up. He told this brother, so he's like, yeah, see, me and you living on the same street. Then when Hector get on the street, we can get our AR-15s and go blow his behind away. And, the black guy, and I'm like, that cracker ain't laughing.
He ain't laughing.
He's serious. He's serious. And you're going to understand that your Christianity ain't going to save you from getting your ass blown away by him. He will kill you and go back and play with his children, and don't think a damn thing about it. So this is going to be a real wake-up call. A real wake-up call, but it has to be done. Because we're in some real dangerous times. And, our people got to stop being stupid. We got to stop being stuck on stupid. It is just that clear. So we're going to break it down to you, and it will be very clear. And then what you do with yourself after that, you want to continue on the way that you're going, keep yourself. You will be food for the fire. You will be dead. Ain't no ifs, ands, and buts, because God is not playing. And all this falsities that you got going on, it's the end. It's the end now. And it's time to go ahead and deliver that end time message. Because death is knocking at the door. And if you ain't going to be prepared, your ass going to be blown up. Black women, black women, black women. Understand where you are. Understand your environment. Don't be by yourself. Don't be by yourself. If you can help it to have a black man that's awake and aware of what's going on, but you both better be on post. This should be a national emergency to how black women are under attack. To be burned up, But we got to understand that to burn a black woman up, you trying to kill the whole line. You're trying to erase a whole line of people when you come after the black woman. And every black man should be prepared to kill to protect the black woman. This is what's going on. And we got to be prepared to step up and answer that call. We got to be. Because these demons ain't playing. They ain't playing. But we seem to think everything goddamn funny because it ain't nothing funny. This is real life. We are at wartime, whether you like it or not. We are at wartime. And you let them continue to target our women, that's the bloodline. We ain't got no more black women. We can't produce no black babies.
That's right, and that's the point.
Exactly. Exactly. So this is real. This is a serious threat that must be dealt with. As Brother Robert had written, that blood is going to flow up to the horse's bridle. And that's exactly what I felt as we entered into 2025, so-called. But this is the year of battle. This is the year of battle. All right, we're going to go to closing comments, Sister Cassie.
You just did it. You just did it. If they didn't get it with that, I don't have nothing to say. I can't come behind that. I'll pass my mic on that one.
Yes, ma'am. Brother Isaiah?
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to cut my response down because this I don't know what the hell it is, but it's fucking with me. And man, yeah, I'm damn near falling asleep, but I stuck it out. Shit. But Lord knows I want to go and lay down and put my head on the lap of my wife laying in bed and let her rub my head because I just love it calms me down.
Exactly.
But my final comment is, as Ma says, fuck all white folks, and I'll throw it back at you. I love you guys, and you know what the deal is. You know what the deal is.
Most definitely. We thank you, Brother Isaiah, for making it. Everybody, please send some warm and loving love and vibrations to Brother Isaiah. He is under the weather today. That's why he's been quiet most of all the day. Isaiah is a hard-working black man, I tell you.
Feel better, brother. Feel better. Go lay down, get some rest.
Exactly.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, family. We thank you all for joining us, for hanging with us, for participating with us. We love you. We love you. We love you. And as Brother Isaiah will say, fuck all white folks. And as we always say, you kill the nigga.
You kill a nigga and you, and I'll kill a nigga and me. And our God will reign supreme. We are Black First. Today, tomorrow, and forever, family. Love y'all. And remember, for the next 24/7, 365, stay black.
All right. Assalamu alaikum. Peace and blessings.
So you better get the message and get it straight.
You're gonna need some bridge work. It's simple as that. Because we're living in Georgia. We're living in implementation.